It's time for Real Talk, where we unpack how 5G is powering a new era of business. In this episode, we dive into how 5G can enhance supply chain efficiency and sustainability. What could smarter product tracking mean for your business? Find out in Building a Sustainable Supply Chain.
What are some of the opportunities and challenges that enterprises face along their sustainability journey?
Look, I think it is a huge topic. It's an imperative for us to get it right in terms of sustainability. And so some of the challenges organizations are facing is where to start. As an example, we're working with a beverage company that actually manufactures billions of bottles and cans every year. And they're really interested in understanding what happens to these cans and bottles once they're consumed. How do they get them recycled and back? So they have come to us and said, let's see how we, T-Mobile, can help them to actually look at that entire process that they have. Imperative for them is to contribute to sustainability, but they also want to understand the end-to-end supply chain. And with that, they actually realize that once they understand the end-to-end, they'll have some really rich data points to not just help with sustainability, but to help with their entire process. Where do the bottles go? Which distributors get them out quicker? Where are they consumed first? How long does it take to consume bottles in certain regions versus others? There's so much data that they don't have on what their actual true supply chain is, that actually the sustainability imperative gets them thinking about that.
You could argue that the ROI is somewhat squishy, but from my perspective, what these investigations, I call it a proof of concept. I think T-Mobile has a term for it as well, right? What is it called?
Yeah, we call it realization of value.
Okay.
The reason we call it that is because we know the value of the technology. We've proved the technology. Proof of concept suggests that you're trying to prove what the technology is or whether it actually does what it says it should do.
Sure.
We know that it does what it says it should do in terms of the 5G network and associated technologies. Realization of value is the next phase to say, how do you use that technology to bring value to your use case, your business outcome that you're trying to achieve? So yeah, we've coined realization of value, and that's what we're going to do with this beverage company as an example. They're keen to do a realization of value on the entire supply chain that they have.
So Parvin, how would companies approach the ROI with respect to this beverage container use case?
They want to start and we want to help them get started. So in their case, let's start with a particular geography. Let's start with passive RFID tags because we know that they're economically sensible. Let's start with deploying reader technology in that specific geography and then see what the realization of value there is of that technology. Does it actually give them the benefits that they're looking for? Once you have that data, it gives you some really rich insights around how you can engage your customers at a completely different level. Rather than you being transactional in your relationship with your customers, you can have a far more meaningful relationship based on data insights on what those customers are doing, how they're consuming your product, and how they're actually interacting with you as an organization. We love it when customers like this company have come to us and said, we have a bigger goal here, and we know it's slightly difficult to achieve. The economics are not quite there, but they will get there. Technology always gets more prevalent. Usage always makes costs go down, and that will definitely happen with RFID technology and all associated technologies.
Kickstart your 5G future at 5G HQ.